Hey, sis. Um, I'd like to discuss an article that I found online asking why no Sasquatch bones have ever been found. And if you recall from our origin story a few weeks ago, we discussed that the origin of Sasquatch was when immortals or angels came down and fornicated with human women, and their offspring were, of course, also immortal. So it just makes sense that Sasquatch doesn't have bones.
Can I respect your opinion and your education and all of your knowledge in Sasquatch related things so much, but I just don't buy that argument. I think Sasquatch is just simply an interdimensional being that comes here to fuck with us every now and again. And then he goes on his way.
That is possible, of course, but since we know the default password for the interdimensional portals, 12, I think that if that were the case, we would have found more of them. So I really think it's because he's been abducted by aliens because he doesn't have bones.
And what do we know for sure? The simplest explanation is usually the correct one. Interdimensional space traveler.
I think I understand what you're saying here. Sasquatch being an interdimensional being, that would make him the origin for the stories of the monsters being under our beds or in our closets. Because he doesn't have bones, so he can fit into smaller spaces.
No, Ken, that's not what I'm saying at all. Sasquatch is just an interdimensional being, so he doesn't leave any bones. He has to have bones. He's massive. He would just be a blob of hairy jello otherwise.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, sis. Since Sasquatch is an interdimensional being, he doesn't leave the bones behind of the hunters that he's abducted.
Okay, I'll give you that one. That one is probably true, but it is not really the point, I think, of this video.
Well, yeah, of course. He doesn't have bones. How could there be any points?
The simplest explanation is very likely the correct one. A massive blob of jello hair is not the simplest explanation.
See, now, this is where I think we just have to agree to disagree. Have you ever made Jell-O? Very, very simple.